Hi, William Nguyen here. I'm getting nostalgic these days and felt like reminiscing about my best gaming memories. Hopefully those stories will be interesting to you and don't hesitate to tell me about yours in the comments section. By the way, I'll go in order from the oldest to the newest memory, so here we are in 1990 with my first one. So, the first game I played is Tmnt Fall of the Foot Clan. It's a game I got for Christmas along with the OG Gameboy when I was 5 years old. I've replayed it lately with the release of the Kawabunga collection and it took me 21 minutes. By the way, I have it on video on the channel. But at that time I wasn't good enough to finish it. Keep in mind, video games were not as mainstream as today and it took me months to beat it. And here's the memory. My father is the one who beat it first. I remember him playing it in the evening and he got like to the 4th stage, but it was getting really late and I had to go to bed, and so I went. I remember hearing him beating the game because he had to go in the kitchen, which was quite a bit closer to my room than the living room, to plug the Game Boy because the battery was dying while he was on the last stage. And so he beat it, made me super happy and pushed me to try and finishing it myself. I already said it, but I was stoked at how short and easy the game actually is after replaying it lately with 35 years of gaming experience under my belt. For my second memory, believe it or not, I've experienced the metaverse during the summer of 1991. Yup, you've heard that right. My cousin, who was also one of my best friends, had a spa at his place. So anyway, some afternoon we were playing Radar Mission, a battleship type game on the Game Boy, and we thought we could get a crazy immersive experience playing it in the spa. And so we did. I remember us playing the game and at some point saying to ourselves, yeah, it's not that crazy after all, huh? So that same cousin and I got pretty much at the same time the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. We were playing it a lot. We were progressing slowly, but progressing nonetheless. Back in those days, we didn't have walkthrough on YouTube, and our only way to really get answers about the game was to call the Nintendo hotline. One number needed minute-by-minute payment, but there was a free 1-800-something number to call, where you could ask some basic info. I remember we used to call it quite often. But anyway, tangent aside, we got stuck on the second dungeon, where you need to light up the lamps in order to proceed. But we couldn't find the answer to lighten up those lamps. At some point, my cousin realized that we could use the magic powder to light up the lamps, and just like that, after being stuck there for days, we could continue the game. I remember us vividly screaming on his front porch when we finally got the power bracelet later down that same dungeon. It's something I'll remember forever. Alright, last one for today, because yeah, this is kind of part 1. I'll do a part 2 if, well, not if, I'll do a part 2 anyway. Alright. We're in the middle of the 90s, and my godfather, who is also a big gamer, which by the way was quite rare back in the days to see adult gamers, was always buying me some used game for my birthday, usually SNES games. But the memory I really want to talk about is that time where I went at his place for a sleepover. It was in the early days of the Nintendo 64 and he rented 2 games for the weekend. Duke Nukem, and by the way, just writing the script, I realized what his last name really meant, like the word play here with Nukem. But anyway. And Cruising USA. We played the 2 games all night, and it was awesome. Duke Nukem doesn't need any introduction, awesome first-person shooter with some cheesy action movie lines. And Cruising USA is an arcade-type racing game, and to this day, they're my favorite type of racing game. I could never get into like Gran Turismo and the likes. I always preferred the more arcadey type. Lately I've been playing Horizon Chase 2, which is quite amazing. But yeah, I think that's enough memories for one video. I'll record part 2 in the coming weeks. Hope you've enjoyed, and now go do something else. Go play games. Bye bye.